Hello everyone, Maryann here, Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. How are you, wherever you are in the world when you're watching? A huge shout out to you. Of course, I cannot not read on the chaos that is the US House in Congress. Of course, as you will all know, the current Speaker McCarthy was ousted, as I predicted about 4 months ago in a short video using my dowsing rods. So it was really, I have no love lost for Kevin McCarthy at all. I think that went out the door the day after January 6th when he went off to Mar-a-Lago and pledged his undying loyalty to the former president, criminal defendant Donald Trump. Who has been found guilty of business fraud in New York in a civil trial or a civil case. Okay, so he's been ousted, and I'm wondering, as you're all wondering, will the GOP or the GOP actually be able to elect a new speaker with Republican votes only? And given there's a rule that one person can bring a motion to the floor and move to declare the speaker's seat vacant, how long will they last? I have to say that while I was correct on the Kevin McCarthy ousting, I did actually say there might be a short shutdown and that Democrats would actually have to bail the Republicans out. Well, the Democrats actually did bail the Republicans out and gave their votes to avoid the shutdown, which of course led to Kevin McCarthy's ousting. I'm just going to say that I'm not going to quite comment or on that prediction, because in November the short-term funding lapses, and if there's chaos in the House, which will be the title of this video, what on earth is going to happen in November when this whole thing comes up again and a shutdown looms? So we'll just put that shutdown prediction to one side for the minute. We'll come back to it in November. All right, so let's get started on the questions at hand. Will the Republicans be able to elect a new speaker with only Republican votes? Will the Republicans be able to elect a new speaker with only Republican votes? Will the Republicans be able to elect a new speaker with Republican votes only? I'm kind of going to that New York lady, Elise Stefanik. Anyway, let's see. I won't make any predictions there. I just want to know, will they be able to elect a new speaker with Republican votes only? It'd be highly unlikely, but anyway. So we get the Eight of Wands. We get things moving very, very quickly. I think Wednesday, it's Wednesday here in Australia, but it's we're 15 hours ahead of you, so I think they're due to vote on Wednesday. Isolation, the Hermit card and review. It's going very, very quickly. Have they enough time? The contenders are Jim Jordan. I don't even think Elise Stefanik has nominated herself, but Jim Jordan. So I don't know why I got her, but Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise have put their names forward. Jim Jordan is the MAGA. Scalise is the more well, I don't know if he is more moderate, but anyway, there you go. They're the two contenders. Looks like well, it's interesting. Eight MAGAs have isolated themselves. They were the people who ousted 8 votes, along with the Democrats voting to oust. Well, the Democrats didn't vote to oust McCarthy. They just didn't help him. The 8 MAGAs in their own party. Remember, the Republicans have control of the House, not the Democrats. 8 MAGA Trumpians were the ones that voted for this chaos. They're very isolated at this time. I do not underestimate the Republican, the other members, particularly more moderate conservatives and those in swing seats. I do not underestimate how they will actually strategize and sabotage the magas now from here on in. Okay, death, the end of something. Gee whiz. These are really terrible cards, aren't they? But it is a terrible situation. In the past, we have the Ace of Cups. Now, that's a new start, but that's also a lot of emotion pouring out of that cup. So something is in the death spiral here. We get huge isolation and things sort of moving very, very quickly, like missiles in the sky. I don't know why I said that, but it's like they're bringing the house to a halt. It's unprecedented, uncharted, and then we get, look at the loss and the grief here. This is, I'm not underestimating, this is a terrible situation for the Republican Party itself. And in turn, for Americans. Let's keep going. The Hierophant, looks like the court, the higher authority comes in here. It's interesting. That's also the universe, spirit, the divine. I always said things have to get worse before they will get better. The Four of Swords looks, they're mortally wounded. This is in the present position. It's like, well, that's Kevin McCarthy, but it's like they are in shock. They are in retreat. The Page of Swords, you know, this is sort of the light bulb moment that they've shot themselves in the foot, that I don't know that there's a way out of this without Democrat support. The hopes and fears we get, people coming together to get the House operational. 3 caucuses, I'm not sure. There's hopes and fears here about whether they can actually pull this off to get another speaker. The Knight of Swords, the truth emerging is the outcome. We've got strength, whether they do have the strength, and wish fulfillment. Interesting cards. They're kind of like irony cards here. I'm getting a big irony. We get loss here in the Five of Pentacles. The Tower card, why aren't we surprised? And really trying to juggle, carrying that heavy load. So I'm going to draw some clarifiers here. The truth is emerging about their strength or lack of it. Let's go here. Can they elect? Can they all get behind a new speaker with Republican votes only? Kevin McCarthy says he's not standing again. It's like 2 of Pentacles. Movement. They don't know. There's 2. They don't know which way to move. We get these contracts, commitments, loyalties to each other, and then we get Trump. So, oh dear. Judgment. Can they elect a new speaker? On the base of this, with Republican votes, what else is there coming here? 3 of Cups. So I'm going to say yes, they can with Republican votes only, but there's somewhat of an irony here. I'm not sure what that is. Judgment, the Empress card, the 9 of Cups, and the Hermit. Trump is definitely here. It would be absolutely disastrous to have someone like Jim Jordan. He didn't take there's the Ace of Cups, the emotion here, and then again the 3 of Pentacles. I think I'm going to probably draw something again. There's something here that I'm just not, the truth is coming out about their strength. A bombshell moment. There's a 3rd candidate, and then we've got heartbreak and betrayal. Perhaps there's a 3rd candidate, the Page of Pentacles. A lot of intrigue here. How on earth is this going to end up? Okay, show me please. Show me clearly. Can they elect? Can they elect with only Republican? It's a hard call to do that by Wednesday. Can they elect with only Republicans? The truth comes out about their strength. And we get the 7 of Swords, the lies, the deceit, the big lies, and the 8 of Cups. I'm going to say No, the truth is coming out about their strength or lack of strength. And to me, that nine of cups is like a wish fulfillment. There could be a third candidate that is palatable to both Democrat and Republican. It won't be. I'm assuming it's not going to be a Democrat. Well, that was a long way around, but in the end, I don't think they can. It might look optimistic for a while, but there's last minute delays, seems like there's a third candidate currently talking to the Democrats right now. Okay, so all right, let's take a look at, so I'm using the Spellcaster, the Aquarian and the Arcanum Tarot. This might elicit more. So it looks like they're going to, and then something happens and they don't. And then the Democrats get behind another candidate. All right, let's see. Will the Democrats support a moderate Republican candidate? Will the Democrats? Trump is the reason this is so murky is that this is Trump pulling the strings. And this is also the last judgment for the MAGAs and Trump. And as I keep saying to you, it will get worse before it gets better. Okay, will the Democrats support a moderate Republican candidate? That's where it's at, I feel. All right, the Empress card, and of course that's a woman. We get Eight of Swords, we get restriction. It's also fear. We get no good choices or smoke screens, illusions, delusions. Moderation is in the past. It's left the building. We get the devil, the toxicity. Now we're getting to the truth of this matter. The House under the Republicans is just so toxic. Will the Democrats help to elect? I think it's the only way forward. I think it is the only way forward. There's a surprise here that we're not seeing, perhaps that third candidate, and there's our Nine of Cups. So I was correct in interpreting the irony behind the cards. Remember, with all tarot card readings, it's not just the meanings of the cards. It is relying on the information that I'm getting, both clairaudiently and in a direct channel, and my own intuition. That has always made me cautious of quick solutions, quick interpretations, quick assumptions. It's not always that black and white. The hopes and the fears, even with this new candidate, is her tie to Trump. And we get, finally, something I'm clear on. The Democrats will do this. They will do this for the voter. So we get the Wheel, the Ten of Cups, and we look like the Queen of Cups. So that's secrets emerging. There's the Eight of Wands, yes, the Ten of Swords and the King of Pentacles. There we go. That's what was in the first reading. The Strength, the King of Pentacles, and complete and utter downfall. Scalise and Jim Jordan are not acceptable to the Democrats. They will look like they're getting elected, but somehow or another, in the end, and this is the other thing, they could elect someone short term and then they're out the next day. In the end, the Democrats help to elect a third person that we don't know of yet to help them. It is a Republican to help them govern the House. They do it because there is no other way forward, and they will do the deal so that there's stability brought to the House. And the MAGAs, those 8, they're out of the equation because there will have to be a bipartisan theme focus to everything between now and 24 in the House. So that's how I see it panning out. That would fit with my original reading, saying I thought that the Democrats would I thought the Republicans would take the House. Then it got confusing toward the midterms, and I said, well, if they do win, might be 1 or 2 votes, but anyway, as it turned out, the Republicans had the narrow majority, and I said it looks like there's going to be sort of more bipartisanship in some way, but I don't think Harkin Jeffries will be the Speaker, no. you could have interpreted it that way, but I don't think so. I don't think so. So let's have a look. We'll check on it. You know, stranger things have happened. Will Harkin Jeffries be the next Speaker of the House? We get the Empress card again, and we get some of these similar cards. Okay, let's shuffle again. Let's do a proper shuffle. Well, Harkin Jeffries, but you know, in a way, there's nothing random, is it? I got the same reading as before, that the Democrats will help the Republicans elect a speaker. In the end, that's how it goes. Okay. What a mess, what a mess. Will Harkin Jeffries be the next Speaker of the House? No, I don't think so. We get the Wheel of Fortune. We get building up. I think not now, but next time he will be. And we get the Page of Swords. So, you know, what he's doing here is he's steering, everything's steering. This is about building up the work, waiting for something to come in. Five of Pentacles is in the past. So this is about what has happened and how that will influence. So we get the Two of Cups. He and the Democrats will support someone else. The immediate future is the Ten of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Cups. The Two of Pentacles again, it's like high wire. He will help and do the deals that he needs to do. He is an effective leader. No, the house is toxic. Harkin will allow this to play out. And in 2024, as I've read before, this goes terribly against the Republicans. MAGA I don't think it'll be over in 2024, but we're getting very close to MAGA being over. The truth is emerging about the actual toxicity of the House under the Republicans. No, Devil card, no. No. Harkin Jeffries won't be the next Speaker, but he certainly will be after 2024. He's playing a very good strategic game at this time. I want to say that the Democrats could not bail McCarthy out after starting a sham impeachment of Biden, blaming the Democrats for the near shutdown. McCarthy couldn't control his own party. He couldn't lead his own party, and I doubt anyone else can. This will be a house that will have to talk across the aisle just to function. All right, let's go back to that shutdown in November. I mean, the mind boggles how bad this could actually get. All right, so, and I'm not saying it will, because Democrats are there with the stability, but I'm talking about how bad it will get with Republicans, and as we watch how that's going to play out. Okay, so will the US government shut down in November? Will the US government shut down in November? I've seen the Ace of Cups here. So we get the Nine of Cups, which is, well, it's miracles, wish fulfillment, and control. Well, the Emperor, of course, is the president. We get loss, walking away from something that no longer serves. Look at these cards: heartbreak, loss, betrayal, the Death card. I just, as I said, I don't underestimate how serious this is. We get the Two of Pentacles. This choices, high wire act, juggling. We get lots and lots of negotiations being done. We get the truth of it. If they don't negotiate, if there's not an adult in the room, all this truth. We get the Tower in the hopes and fears. It would be disastrous for the government to shut down at this time. Six of Wands is in the outcome. The Four of Wands is my card for the Democrats. And then we get this Hermit isolating again, and some kind of surprise move here. We get the Sun card. So there will be some... We get that Four of Wands and the Last Judgment, which is like mortally wounded, almost an inevitability that it could shut down. But I'm not going to be so so cut and dried. I'm just going to say that, show me this Six of Wands, this victory card, Four of Pentacles, holding the money back, holding supply of money back, shutting the government down. Will the government shut down? Show me this Six of Wands. And we get the Chariot, things moving very quickly, and restriction. Again, I'm going to say it could shut down for a short time. Oh dear, what a mess. What an absolute mess in America. I was talking to my husband this morning, and I was saying, you know, America, because of its place in the world, if it can't function, if it can't govern. Now, the American dollar is the world global accepted currency. Like, there's all sorts of flow-on effects. And in my reading for the economy, I did see something pretty big happening in the economy in the new year, and that could be just the inevitable that we're expecting within our monetary systems, or the way that we've set our monetary systems up, something within the banking sector. Okay, so the outcome of that is it possibly could shut down again. It's almost like at this point inevitable, but we'll see. A lot of negotiations will be needed to avert that. All right, so one of the things that has been quite upsetting to me is the blocking of aid to Ukraine. See, coming together, and then we get the Eight of Swords. It's the Five of Cups. Anything to do with the house is, All right, look, let's. It's distressing, to say the least, for Americans, and worrisome for the rest of us. Okay, let's have a look at how will the House, the Republicans blocking aid to Ukraine, affect the Russian invasion or the Ukrainians' ability to defend their country. Show me how this blocking of aid to Ukraine will affect the Ukrainians' ability to defend their country. Show me how will this blocking of aid affect Ukrainians' ability to defend their country against the Russians. It's crossroads right now, the Two of Swords, heavy decisions to be made, grief, loss, death. So how will it affect it? They're the signifier cards. Very dark, and yes, I saw that orb. The Four of Cups, disappointment, loss, Three Cups lost, one remaining. Europe hasn't stepped away yet from supporting Ukraine, neither has Australia, neither has any of the other countries that I always mention, and I think ultimately neither has the US. The Hermit card in the past, isolation, out on their own. Might bring the laptop down. Biden still has an ace up his sleeve. I saw the Ace of Cups. Biden still has something up his sleeve. We get the Three of Cups, circles of support. Somehow this moves. Somehow this moves through. I don't know how. Right now we've got restriction. So we get a coming together in some way around Ukraine. We get the Eight of Swords here, restriction, and the Hierophant, higher authority. I've always said where is the universe on this? The universe is absolutely with Ukraine. We have the Eight of Pentacles, their skill, building, weaponry, manufacturing, and we get wish fulfillment. There's going to be a breakthrough here. We get that clarified by obviously loss, and then we get the Chariot card, something moving very quickly, and we get the fight, the vying for territory. And we get the Four of Swords, the death, the retreat. Okay, so there's going to be a loss of territory as a result of the hold-up of this funding. I do see potentially that Biden could step in with something, but I do see loss of territory here and retreat, so moving back. Of course, there's the withholding of the money. We get the illusion and delusion, bad choices, and we get the Hanged Man again, pausing something and then having to juggle. So here's what I think. They will lose in the short term. As a result, they will lose territory. But I do feel something comes out of the blue which blocks this impasse. It's not just from Biden. I think he's in the Senate now, talking to Republicans in the Senate. So something could occur to free up what has been promised and what has been withheld. Okay, and we also need to remember that the rest of the world is also supporting Ukraine. But I asked for how it would affect. I did get a loss of territory, a retreat, and just the demoralization from the Ukrainians. Just so despair, like a despair about whether or not the world will stand with them. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there right now. Looks like just in summary, looks like, because I guess I need to start doing that. Looks like in summary the GOP will start to look like they're going to elect a rep with those votes, Republican votes only. Something happens down the line eventually. I'm not saying this time or whether it's the next time, because, that's the way it could go too. The Democrats support a moderate Republican, and it's a third contender that we don't know about. I don't know if that's this time or next time, because without the only answer to all of this is bipartisan operation to limp through until 2024. That's the only thing that will make this work. I don't think Harkin Jeffries will be elected Speaker. Not this time, but next time. Next time after 2024. The US government shutdown is a possibility still in November. And the blocking of aid, I feel that there are really, really strong moves, including from Republicans in the Senate, to try and unblock this, to try and get this aid flowing again. In the shorter term, it's demoralising, it's despairing for the Ukrainians to consider that maybe they'll be on their own. Eventually, if the US starts to pull away from supporting them, who will do that afterwards? Yeah, it's pretty demoralising from them. But I do see Biden perhaps and the Senate perhaps moving through to try and get something through. I don't know how that happens, but that's what I have for you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your comments on my monthly tarot scopes. It's I really enjoy doing them for you. I had a comment saying, here I am at a channel that has such a benevolent regard for people, and that does come across in my tarot scopes. I feel they're the closest thing, even though they're a general reading. For some, they'll be quite accurate. If they find that those tarot scopes resonate with them, and that's good. I like doing that. All right, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Bye for now.